Hey everybody, Card Bandit here. What I'm going to go over today is something called the thumb cut. This is a one-handed cut, and like with most one-handed cuts, I'm going to recommend you learn it in both hands because it allows your hands to get accustomed to a deck of cards. You can do symmetrical moves with that, and you're going to be able to stretch out your thumb with this cut a lot more. So let's get into how to do it. First, I want to start by practicing the grip that you're going to have with your thumb. This is the hardest part of the cut. So you're going to have a packet of cards gripped between your palm here and your thumb. Now, depending on the size of your hand, you may find that you might need that packet at more of an angle. So there, you can see that by angling the cards, it's going to be a little bit easier because there's less vertical space you need to cover between your thumb and the palm, but right there is ideal, having it pretty much vertical, contacting this portion of your hand and the thumb. Now this is a hard grip to get used to, so I'd recommend practicing this grip, getting your hands used to it first before you attempt this cut, because otherwise you won't feel comfortable when you're trying to get into this grip. So unless you practice this grip first, you're not going to be able to do this cut because it's an element of the cut that's probably trickier to do if you haven't practiced it. That being said, let's just get into the rest of the cut now. What I like to do is I like to hold the deck in straddle grip. Some people hold it in mechanics to get into the thumb cut. I find it's just easier for me to start in straddle. Then what I do is, there's usually that space, you usually have it in an elevated straddle grip, so I sort of release the pressure with my pinky and my index finger to let the pack fall into the hand. So the pack is in the hand, and this point right here is where the cards will rotate over top. And they're going to rotate over top because I'm going to push up on the corner with my index finger. The index finger is going to push up on the corner of the deck. It's going to rotate over that point into the position it needs to be for the thumb cut. So let's go over that one more time. In an elevated straddle, release a little bit of the pressure to get the cards to fall into the palm. You're then going to bring your pinky underneath the deck of cards and push up, so that way the pack is going to connect with your thumb. You're going to push up, it rotates in the palm, and your thumb connects right here. The pad of your thumb is then going to bend down, reaching over top of the cards. And you'll see that the pad of the thumb only contacts a few cards here. The rest of the cards are able to fall down, which is the premise of the cut. So you can see that the pack has fallen down. Now there's several different variations on what you can do with this fallen down pack. What I like to do personally is I like to curl my ring finger in as the packet falls, so that the packet lands on top of the curled in ring finger. And you let gravity take those cards. That's how those cards break off from the thumb. You just let gravity do the work, and those cards will fall. And like I said, I curl in my ring and have the cards fall onto that ring finger. Then what I do is I bring my middle finger and my pinky finger over top, and I then have the card packet clipped between my ring, my middle, and my pinky, and I extend that packet out. So I extend all those fingers out. Then I just drop the rest of those cards into my hand. I bring the ring finger over top of those cards, like so. Grab that pack with my thumb, and then I pull out the ring finger. So you're here, ring finger curls in, cards fall on top using gravity. The middle finger and the pinky finger come across. On top, clipping the packet, I extend the packet out. These cards fall into the hand, so I release with the thumb and lower them with the index finger. I then bring this pack over top of the pack that fell into the hand via the ring finger curling on top. I grab that packet of cards with the thumb, and then I pull out the ring finger. And that's the thumb cut, guys. Like I said, the main elements you're going to want to practice are holding the cards like this, and then using the gravity to let those cards fall onto the ring finger. And then it's pretty much just practice from there on out. The hardest part is that grip. And like I said, though, there's several variations you might find with the thumb cut. Some people don't do that. Instead, when they extend, what they'll do is they'll drop that packet on top of the pointer finger instead, and then they'll extend out. Then they'll have those cards fall on top, and then they'll bring in the pointer finger. I'll show you what I mean by that. You've got your packet in the thumb grip, those cards fall on top of the index finger, and then the index finger extends out. Then you push that packet down with the thumb on top, and then you bring in these cards with your other fingers on top of the deck. And I personally don't like that, just because I find it a little bit trickier to do. But that is what some people do for the thumb cut. And if it works better for you, that's fine. Cardistry is all about, learning what works for you. There's no specific rules for cardistry because it's an art form. So if that method works for you, where you've got the cards up like so, they drop onto your pointer finger, your middle finger comes across and extends like you would the card clip I did. You push down with your thumb, this finger curls in, and you bring the rest of the cards on top with the other fingers. So that's another variation on the cut. If it works better for you than it does for me, that's fine. Personally, I like my card clip method because it works for me, but like I said, cardistry, there's really no rules for as long as you can do the same motions with the deck of cards. So anyway, those are the tips I have for the thumb cut. If you have any questions about that method, feel free to comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you enjoyed, guys, and have a good one.